Hey, hi, I'm Ashley Swartz, founder of Furious Minds. I'm here for Beet TV, covering with Adobe at the TV of Tomorrow show in San Francisco. Hands down, this is my favorite show. Tracy and her team do an amazing job every year of curating a great event, bringing the people that are really defining television tomorrow together and talking about today's news, the industry's challenges, and sort of where the hurdles and the opportunities lie in the space. So I just want to do my recap of what I've saw here, right? Storytelling is still big, right? I mean, obviously this is about long-form content, this is about premium content, legacy television, storytelling, the green light process, and how we actually start to tell stories across platforms, and most importantly, what that means for content and its fluidity as it flows from platform to platform, and people aren't necessarily viewing it with the large screen in the living room as the first and foremost priority. The second is that we're still talking about discovery. Years later, consistently, that is the biggest challenge. Not only because more and more audiences are actually watching in a time-shifted space, so those promo spots aren't being viewed to drive them, or we can't necessarily, because they're not watching live linear, put a first run of a new primetime show after a finale. The tools and levers that programmers and broadcasters use to actually drive audience to new programming are less and less, and they're needing to look for new ways. And still that problem has not been solved, or that nut cracked, and the second screen and sort of what mobile was thought to deliver, given that people are using multiple devices while watching TV, we still haven't yet figured it out, and that's a business challenge. The other thing that I've seen here for sure is that the second screen and talking about it and what we do with the second screen and synced experiences and all of that stuff, that's gone. It's been trumped by TV everywhere. It's authenticated experiences, it's displacement or replacement of television content on the first screen, being able to watch it anywhere, the ubiquity of that, and really the fluidity of content and what is afforded when you can take it anywhere and it's mobile and transportable. And the fact that actually what's happening is, as there are more and more authenticated experiences available, there is net new time spent watching TV. It's not like we're cannibalizing hours when people sit in front of the big screen in the living room. We're actually seeing that people are watching more television, given that there's a larger availability of TV everywhere, authenticated environments, and with all the over-top streaming services. So Netflix really isn't cannibalizing time spent watching primetime premium television content. It's actually ending up for people spending more time watching it overall in new places other than the living room. The next is that advertising is more part of the conversation. There are more folks here talking about it, technologies are maturing, platforms are maturing, and now revenue and monetization has to be thought of, and it's becoming more important. So for me, as an ad native and an ad geek, it was so exciting to hear that advertising and the importance of it was part of the dialogue, and people are becoming more aware about how difficult it is to really create scale and reach, and how essential that is to create meaningful advertising revenue. And the last is data, 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 and how we close the loop on data and we actually make it meaningful from the perspective of not just measurement, but being able to actually plan, buy, do things like that against it, and use it to create better programming, to better know our audiences, to actually start to deliver better content and experiences. The reality is that no one has the solutions, and the issue is that there's a lot of data out there, and we're still in a situation of the fire hose, but we don't necessarily know what data is going to solve our problems. So at the end of the day, it is top of mind of everybody's sort of business consideration set. Everyone knows they have to ingest data, they have to better use data to make more informed decisions, but actually who's going to solve the problems first? No one knows. It was a great show. I'm grateful to have been here with Beet, Adobe, Tracy, the TV of Tomorrow team, and I will see you in November in New York. Thanks.